Finding my perfect home with the realtor's help. When I turned 23, I made a big decision. I wanted my own home. I started looking at a lot of houses online, getting a feel for what I really liked. That's when I decided to team up with a realtor that understood I meant business. I conveyed exactly what I wanted, and he helped me create a criteria that focused on exactly what I was open to. We saved going through dozens of houses by not bothering with things that were shiny but weren't within our criteria. You must narrow down to save your time, energy, and money. A realtor can help you tailor your game plan to make sure you're going to win on the deal. Together, we picked out about 20 houses that narrowed our list to 10. When we visited them, I could quickly tell if a house wasn't for me, sometimes without even stepping inside. I took a break from my search for about 1 whole year since nothing was within my criteria, but then I was back at it, more focused than ever. I found a place that wasn't perfect but had solid bones. What does that mean? It was in a great area, schools, crime, appreciation, and activities, had a great layout, had great amenities, not too outdated, and was at a good price. Thanks to my realtor's smart advice, we made a strong offer and sealed the deal a few weeks later. Financing with a mortgage. But how did I finance it? At this point in life, I've never taken out a loan, other than my vehicle, for something so expensive like a home. I knew I was fortunate to have access to my VA loan for 0 down, so this shouldn't be hard, right? It really wasn't hard. I had clean credit, no debt, low expenses, and almost nothing in savings. So when it came to putting the earnest money deposit down with our offer, I had to find somewhere to get it. I was confused, thinking I didn't have to put anything down. The EMD is given back to me after closing though. I pulled the little savings I had along with the incoming check and placed the EMD to secure the transaction moving forward with the seller. For my loan itself, I didn't have to put anything down. All of my fees were rolled into the loan, and my seller paid for my broker's commissions along with closing costs. Now, there are 0% down payment and down payment assistance programs that can help you get into a home. The biggest factor is if you can afford the monthly payments. Don't know? Use my free mortgage calculator tool to see what you can afford, linked in the bio. House hacking. I was making good money as an E6 in the military, so I could handle the mortgage by myself, but I did have an extra bedroom, so why not house hack? I rented my extra room to a fellow service member for a few $100 a month. That was great because it was helping with almost half of the mortgage. My second roommate was someone I also served with and knew personally. Without those 2 roommates, I wouldn't have saved about $35,000 in mortgage payments for sharing some space. If you're going to house hack and actively live there as well, make sure to do background checks, verify employment, check previous rental history, and to thoughtfully consider rooming with friends, because those intimate experiences living under one roof can break or strengthen bonds. Renovations. For the first year or so, I didn't mess with much until I got back from my deployment. Then I couldn't stop thinking of value adds. I started with simple additions that I could do myself. I built a new closet system for the main bedroom, poured an epoxy floor in the garage, and added some storage space in the garage as well. We also installed a stainless steel deep sink in the garage. Using contractors, I had the backyard renovated with turf, pavers, and a new vinyl fence. That was about $20K total. Next, I had a qualified tech replace my water heater for a new tankless one. Almost 2 years after buying, I decided to sell. I used the same realtor I purchased the home with since we worked really well. I spoke to him about getting the highest and best price possible. He advised we should do some value adds, but no more than what will get us a return. For example, you can renovate the entire electrical system and heating and cooling for tens of thousands. Will that increase the sell price dollar for dollar? Will a buyer really appreciate those additions? We want to make sure we're getting at least what we put in dollar for dollar. Some renovations are not worth it, and many lose millions every single year due to not providing what is actually in demand. Now, armed with my advisor, my realtor, I hired another contractor to remove the popcorn ceilings and install a modern guest bathroom shower glass door. We also installed a drop-down ladder for attic access and finished the entire attic space, which added another room plus a small loft. That was about $13,000 total for those additions. I found a cabinet maker to reface and repaint the outdated kitchen cabinets for about $7,000. We didn't upgrade the appliances nor do any work on the flooring. It was still in great condition. For sale. After our value-adding renovations were completed, I was moved out and ready to put it on the market. This was right before COVID broke out and things got a little dicey. I didn't want to deal with renters at the time and wanted the cash for future business ventures. Looking back, I'd keep it as a long-term rental. After we did about $40,000 in renovations, I was able to list for over $100,000 of what I purchased it for just a couple years prior. What causes value to increase? Market appreciation through time and forced appreciation through the calculated value adds. Every dollar invested doesn't always equate to a dollar back, so it's important to know what additions would increase the value of your home in your local market, community, subdivision, and home type. Time, budget, capabilities, and the home type are all considerations. A skilled realtor like myself could tell you what's valued and what isn't in the current market. The reward. Within the first week, we had multiple offers. Within a few weeks, we chose a buyer and went through the process smoothly and walked away with $90K wired into my account. Because I lived in the home for 2 of the last 5 years, I got a major tax exemption on my profits. These profits can then be reused to reinvest into more properties to continue making your money work for you. With profits from the first, we keep the ball rolling as it grows bigger and bigger. You've got to continuously keep money working for you or it'll lose its value sitting still. Find a method that works for you and stick to it. There's always deals for those looking out. Find my website in the links below to access all of my personal blogs and free real estate calculators and tools. Don't forget, real estate creates real wealth.